place. But that's what's guarding him from leaving.
Isn't it shirt, Robin? Asu S19 Adam. Simple one.
That's what's guarding him from leaving. Did you see him wink at him? Watch, and he's got a blue shirt on his heart. Look, watch.
So
watch
I
him
wrote,
wink. Watch
and this is, listen, I got to be a little.
Look right there.
honest.
See it? He does a very direct wink. Watch. Do you see it?
I get to be a little bit dramatic and everything else, and I was just fired up. I was really fired up and I was really angry. And I actually called my friend Lance. He's an older gentleman, he's a theologian, he's a man that I reach out to here and there.
Over. Catch me.
Often, just to, for spiritual checks. And I was almost in tears, saying that because I felt so bad that I would like put out my little boxing thing, and I felt so bad I was calling him the SUP guy, the shut up P guy. I was like, because I was angry because he hurt me. And how do you dismiss me like that? And he's a big YouTube channel on Tim Pool, but all of those guys, who are they? With their, all you gotta do is look on the set, things just look right. So forget about that. They hate and intolerance in the name of Jesus.
Mysterious, intricate ways of divine judgment.
So, before I took a screenshot of Jonathan Clip, "This changes the world," the actual fabric. And what he was saying was, I wanted to play the actual clip so you can hear his voice. He was saying that there's this Irish guy with an Irish accent, and he's a nice guy, but he doesn't know the truth. And then what I'm saying is, hold on a minute, because the only guy I know of recently that has an Irish accent is Alistair Begg. So what I'm saying is, Johnny, are you talking to me? You talking to me? Huh? You talking to me? Huh? Hey, Jacob, you talking to me?
How about another joke, Murray?
I mean, you shut up, P word. If that's not enough fruit to show me that you're probably not the guy to lead people to the Lord, but I don't know what is. So I warned him. I say, you better apologize or things are going to get worse. What happened?
Sorry, Robin.
So I wrote, and this is, listen, I got to be a little honest.
Because I never have any other time.
I get to be a little bit dramatic and everything else, and I was just fired up. I was really fired up and I was really angry. And I actually called my friend Lance. He's an older gentleman, he's a theologian, he's a man that I reach out to here and there. Often, just to, for spiritual checks. And I was almost in tears, saying that because I felt so bad that I would like put out my little boxing thing, and I felt so bad I was calling him the SUP guy, the shut up P guy. I was like, because I was angry because he hurt me. And how do you dismiss me like that? And he's
is May 4th, 2024. But when I go to Jonathan Collect's channel, I'm looking for the video that just showed up today. Actual fabric of a false reality 7 hours ago. Talking about an Irish guy, and 3 days ago, 2 days ago. I guess you probably got a strike. You probably won't be uploading for 7 days because you got a strike for some reason. That's just my guess. Unless it was taken down or it needed to be redone. But I thought I thought that video was talking about Alistair Begg. Got an Irish guy accent. You know, I mean, he's a nice guy and everything, but I don't think he knows the truth. I don't think he knows what he's talking about with King David. Imagine they got them at Philadelphia. Mere show now. The Herald. Philadelphia. We're getting this. We are getting what we deserve. But this guy, he's saying we're getting what we deserve. So we're getting what we deserve over here as a Herald in Philadelphia. There's a speech back in 2012. Philadelphia, we're getting what we deserve. But this guy here, that I'm almost touching on his forehead, he doesn't deserve what's been given to him. This guy hasn't done anything wrong. That's the guy, an Irish accent. He's kind of, he's a nice guy, but he don't know the truth. He doesn't know. He doesn't know what he's talking about. Robin, when he's talking about you, Alistair Begg has no idea what he's talking about. So I'm saying, you talking to me? Huh? You talking to me? 88. Too late to say I'm sorry. She's not there. The Phantom. Emmanuel, so the coming of the Messiah. There he is. Look at it. There he goes. His father's house, or his father David, shall reign over the house of Jacob. His father, David. So said the sparrow to the robber. I think it must be. Said a sparrow. Said the robin to the sparrow. I should really like to know why these things must be.
People say, I think Begg is just being alarmist about this thing. Well, read your Bible.
At the end of the 7-year tribulation, right when Christ comes from the clouds, all right? This is from Thessalonians, the one that they keep getting wrong. Not the only person that believes this, Robin. You don't do enough research.
I don't do enough research.
There are tons of people that have finally turned to knowing that the rapture is not true.
The son of Satan himself.
Listen to the new spin. You know how many spin doctors there are on YouTube? Quite a lot of them. Some of them are good at making videos align with others' music videos. That's the best spin doctor right there for you. Yupper. You guys know who the spin doctor is? Just wondering. Alright, everyone. Peace, love, joy, and kindness to y'all.
Thanks, Father.
It says you should give people a couple of opportunities, but after 3 times, if you're not gonna get it. I made it very, very clear.
Hi everyone, it's John. It's December 25th. I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. And if you're celebrating it as the birth of the one who saves, well then, I I don't understand why people have a problem with that. Quite a lot of them. Some of them are good at making videos align with others' music videos. That's the best spin doctor right there for you. Yupper. You guys know who the spin doctor is? Just wondering. All right.
You should give people a couple of opportunities, but after 3 times, if says you should give people a couple of opportunities, but after 3 times.
Peace, love, joy, and kindness to y'all.
This is the day we're in. No weapon formed against me is going to prosper. No weapon formed against you is going to prosper if you have a sincere heart for the Lord. End of story, period, full stop. Are you
have to be clear from the onset. I do not support every theological view I am discussing today. It does not provide explicit details regarding the specific geographical location of the Antichrist's emergence. While scholars have made attempts to identify the exact origin, country, or continent from which the Antichrist will come, it is crucial to note that no one can claim certainty. Among the various theories, an intriguing one suggests that the arrival of the Antichrist may involve the presence of alien beings from another planet.
Like Mars?
While this notion may seem peculiar, it holds plausibility within a Christian perspective. Webster Dictionary defines aliens as, quote, coming from another world, extraterrestrial. By that definition, angels and demons fall under this category because angels and demons are not of this world and they come from another world, the spirit world. The Bible does inform us about visitors from another world, the spiritual world.
They're teaching everyone to hate.
Since the beginning of the world,
and
there
now
are
everybody's
records of
hating
the
on
devil
everybody.
and his fallen
I'm gonna knock your teeth out.
What kind of sleuths are they? Because he called me a sleuth. He said that the stuff that people were saying wasn't true. Everybody's disagreeing over what. I care less about the man's past. I just told him, I said, look, if you apologize now, things won't get worse. Because
if you apologize now, things won't get worse. If you don't apologize, I'm going to make sure that things get worse for you.
I know how God operates. I'm to the man, and I'm not,
I know you're not talking about me there.
The man harmed me. And for whatever reason, I don't usually act out like this. I don't usually get this fired up about stuff. But I see people that I love that are in my community, kind of following after and saying those things. And I feel like a shepherd that's like, don't you touch my sheep. Do you get what I'm saying?
You sure you're not a wolf?
I'm saying. You understand me. Because you know that I'm sincere. Because you've been watching
my ass.
How many people can say that about him?
You look like a damn wolf to me.
Well, to just type in suspicious observer, and you probably find enough.
Through Grindr, they came across their first target, Matthew Allen, also known as Matt Daly. Through Grindr, they
really angry.
Grind. And Grinder. Matthew Daly, Jacob Israel. Grind.
And I actually call my friend Lance.
Monroe County, Michigan Sheriff's Office's Violent Internet Predator and Exploitation Response, or VIPER for short, team was conducting a sting alongside Chris Hansen to expose child predators living within Monroe County. Through Grindr, they came across their first target, Matthew Allen, also known as Matt Daly, residing in Monroe, Michigan. Matt initiated contact with a decoy posing as a 14-year-old boy named Travis.
And this is, listen, I gotta be a little honest.
Was conducting a sting alongside Chris Hansen to expose child predators living within Monroe County. Through Grindr, they came across their first target, Matthew Allen, also known as Matt Daly, residing in Monroe, Michigan.
I was really
Matt initiated contact with The decoy posing as a 14-year-old boy named Travis.
To bring people to the Lord, well, then you have to have fruit worthy of the Lord.
Don't worry about it, Rob. I got your back. It's me and you, Rob. I promise you. You get paid one day for the work that you put in.
Health Awareness Month. It's a good time to be honest about our struggles with mental health. And there was a time not too long ago where just the thought of going to the grocery store would turn me into a nauseated, anxious mess. Luckily, I signed up for Better Health about a year ago and started chipping away at my anxieties with my therapist, Elizabeth. And to be honest, it changed my life.
Dedication, loyalty, commitment.
There was another one. That one they called Boat, which is interesting because at around the same time, you know, that this big explosion, the last one called Boat, B-O-A-T, I was saying, everybody, it's time to get in the boat, get out of the boat. It's like, you know, it's kind of like getting in the ark. It was kind of like the herald to everybody to get ready for the storms that were coming. So the boat was there. But you know what this one is called? They call it Barbie. Scary Barbie, actually. Right? Now here's the interesting part. Billion light years. Okay? 8 billion light years away from us. 8. There's that number 8 again. Right? Guess what though? When the universe was about 6 billion years old. And it's still being detected by telescopes today. These events are, this person right here, I'm sorry your name's escaping me right now, was like, Jacob, I was just watching Will Smith turning into spaghetti. And I go, that's weird, because I was just at the gym before taking... Yeah, right? Guess what though? When the universe was about 6 billion years old. And it's still being detected by telescopes today. These events are, this person right here, I'm sorry your name's escaping me right now, was like, Jacob, I was just watching Will Smith turning into spaghetti. And I go, that's weird, because I was just at the gym before taking... the show before she sent me that little @Jacob tweet response wearing a Bel Air shirt. And I explained to him what Bel was. Bel Air. Baal Air. Right? Baal Air. Baal. The Lord of this world. The God of this world. Not the God, the wrong one. The one that, you know, they set the Arch of Baal all over the place. It's like the Baal worship. It's like false gods. And I explained it to him, and I talked to him about the Oscars. Then another guy chimes in. The next thing you know, I'm giving a whole video for free. to these people about the Oscars. The Summer of the Soul, right, which was going on with the harvest. We talked about this.
Staff Sergeant Christopher Morningstar.
Will, which means proud, stiff neck. Smith, which means striker. He smites neck. Which means proud, stiff neck. Smith, which means striker. He smites Chris Rock, the rock of Christ, symbolically. The Summer of the Soul, the harvest, the awards being given out, the Bel Air, Prince, Bale, and now she types in spaghetti and Will Smith, and I'm thinking that's interesting because types in spaghetti and Will Smith, and I'm thinking that's interesting because this thing's making spaghetti out of like everything else around it. He's making spaghetti out of it.
Do you
Abigail, who would be considered a saint. We have David. Now, he at this time is a fugitive, and he's acting kind of like a Robin Hood to the children of Israel. He is on the run from Saul. Saul is after him, threatening to take his life. The hatred of Saul upon David. David's running for his life. He's a fugitive. But he and his mighty men are about in the caves, living off of the land, so to say, protecting the children of Israel from the Bedouins, thieves, the Philistines, and kind of acting like a Robin Hood type of a figure. I realized that as a kid I watched Robin Hood, but I didn't know that he was a real person, but he was actually a real person. Acting like a Robin Hood type of a figure. I realized that as a kid I watched Robin Hood, but I didn't know that he was a real person, but he was a real person. And this is kind of what David's role is at this time. Nabal, he's just unreasonable. Just absolutely unreasonable.